The Psychology of Travel, Part 2. You're listening to Psychology in 10 Minutes. I'm David B. Feldman. When I first became a professor, I expected that the job would provide plenty of opportunities to ponder big questions and develop new and creative insights into age-old problems. After all, part of the job description is developing research studies and publishing new ideas. But in the hustle and bustle of daily life, teaching classes, grading papers, and advising students, I've found that creativity too often gets lost. In fact, I frequently do my best thinking when I'm far away from my usual work environment. On a recent trip to Spain, for instance, I found myself sitting in a beautiful plaza, coffee in hand, brimming with ideas, and wishing I had brought along my notebook. This experience prompted me to wonder, why do we frequently feel more creative when we're outside of our usual environment, often while traveling? Research may offer some clues. New environments can stimulate creativity because they allow us to escape from routine thinking patterns and immerse ourselves in new experiences and new perspectives. Being in nature, a common experience for vacationers, may especially have this effect. In a study appearing in the journal PLOS One, for instance, researchers found that participants who spent 4 days in nature, disconnected from electronic devices, showed a 50% increase in creativity as measured by tasks requiring insight, problem-solving, and convergent reasoning. The authors suggest that this may be due to the restorative effects of natural environments on our cognitive resources, which are typically depleted by the constant distractions of modern life. Stepping out of the noise, activity, and stress of our routine environments can help us to cognitively reset, refreshing our minds and sparking creativity. Being in a new environment also may encourage something known as divergent thinking, a key element of creativity. Divergent thinking involves generating numerous potential solutions to a problem rather than getting stuck in a habitual way of thinking. It's about exploring many possible avenues, parallel to what we might do when we venture into new locales and cultures during travel. A study published in the Personality and Social Psychology Bulletin shows that such flexible thinking may benefit particularly from having experiences with cultures different than our own. Researchers recruited college students who had previously lived abroad in a location with a culture different from their own. They asked half the participants to reflect on aspects of their experiences within that different culture, while they asked the other half of participants to reflect on experiences within their own culture. According to the results, students who reflected on their cross-cultural experiences performed better in tests of creative problem-solving. That is, when we venture into new surroundings, we encounter cultures, customs, languages, and ways of thinking that challenge our established cognitive patterns. This mental stretching can stimulate us to think creatively and see things from different perspectives, opening up new ideas. However, it's probably not just being in a different cultural environment that grows our ability to think more flexibly and creatively. It also matters how open we are to engaging with that environment. In an experiment published in the Creativity Research Journal, researchers gathered a sample of European American college students. First, they assessed the degree to which these students had been exposed to a broad array of multicultural experiences. They also assessed each participant's level of something called openness to experience, the extent to which they tended to be curious about and appreciative of new ideas, new experiences, and new perspectives. Finally, They asked these participants to take 2 tests of creativity, both involving completing tasks that require thinking in novel or flexible ways about common objects and topics. Not surprisingly, students with extensive multicultural experiences performed better on these creativity tasks. However, this was only true for those who also had high levels of openness. In other words, new experiences in and of themselves don't necessarily lead us to be more creative. It's essential that we also take an attitude of genuine openness toward those experiences. Of course, travel is only one type of new experience, and therefore only one of many ways to help us to think more creatively and find greater inspiration. Other ways may include engaging in mindfulness meditation, seeking new experiences in our local communities, and trying new hobbies. And perhaps that's the most important lesson in all of this. Whenever we feel in a creative rut, we should consider trying something new. The key is to challenge and refresh our normal way of thinking, to engage in new experiences that push us out of our cognitive comfort zones, helping us think more broadly and flexibly. By doing this more often, you might be surprised by the creative inspiration that awaits you, whether you're sitting in a plaza in Spain or much closer to home. And that was Psychology in 10 Minutes. A special thanks to our newest Patreon supporter, Amy Markoff Johnson, and all of our supporters. Please accept my sincere thanks for your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I couldn't do it without you. If you're enjoying the show, consider joining them. You could get a shout out too, and if you support the show at certain levels, you'll get access to my exclusive Favorite Psychology Thing of the Month blog posts, and could even get some Psych in 10 swag. If you can spare it, only a small amount of money means a lot to me and will help keep great episodes coming your way. Just navigate over to patreon.com/psychology in 10 minutes. That's patreon.com/psychology in 10 minutes. And as always, thanks for listening.